Hey folks, hope you're well. In my update video yesterday on the Bitcoin 4-year cycle versus left translated cycle, I mentioned I'd been away for a while and not creating videos because I was writing a book. So that's taken just over a year and most of my time during that year. And this short video is just a bit of promotional material for that book, just to explain to prospective readers what they may expect from the book, the premise behind me writing the book, and a little bit of detail around the financial plan template that comes with it, referenced in the book that you can download from my website. So the book, as you can see on screen here, is called Escape the Wealth Illusion, A Guide to Financial Liberation. And the idea for this one was born very much from the education that I'm trying to provide for my daughter from a financial management and financial planning perspective as she gets older. She's a little bit young to take in some of the investing and trading and risk management type detail that I'm trying to give her at the minute, and not interested in the slightest in insurance or tax planning. She's only just 10 years old, so I'm probably a little bit ahead of the game. But I wanted to make sure that if anything ever happened to me as she gets older, that this detail was recorded for her, so that as she gets older she can manage her money in the way that I would teach her if I wasn't around. So a little bit morbid, but that was the detail behind it. So I want her to know all of the detail that she's seen practiced over a lifetime so far. So I've been involved in markets since the kind of early to mid 2000s, so just around the time of the dot-com bubble, after that, and 2008. I was very, very early in markets at that point. I've always had a fairly different approach to money when it comes to expenditure and keeping debt down. I've never utilised debt outside of large purchases like home purchases and cars that I didn't have the capital for, but no credit cards or overdrafts or bank loans for anything outside of those things. And not because I grew up in a family with money, as I explain in the book. My family was very much lower middle class from a coal mining town in a local authority that was consistently ranked amongst the most deprived in the country. I just have always hated spending money, particularly money that I don't have or money that I don't have to spend. So it's just it's something that's inherent within me, that I've always operated that way. But it's worked out very well for us, being able to pay the mortgage on the family home at 36, having a reasonable sized investment pot at this point, and looking with a number of years still of accumulation left to be able to enjoy a hopefully comfortable retirement. So these are the kind of things I want to pass on to her as she gets older. But it's very much not a kid's book. It's an adult book with adult content in terms of the financial themes and the financial practices throughout, and the social commentary and critique of social financial norms within that as well. So it's a kind of 50-50 mix of technical detail to provide knowledge as I learned it around things like inflation, financial plans and goals themselves, building money maps, and how we budget to live beneath our means and invest in our future selves as much as our current selves, how we do retirement planning and track that, how we deal with debts, clear debts and keep debt costs as low as possible. Some detail in there on insurance and insurance products, risk and risk management, how we invest from as young an age as possible. Some detail on trading, just to signify the difference between trading and investing, because they are very different things. There's some detail on estate planning and tax planning, and then some detail on how you review and execute a plan over long time periods. So that's the kind of technical detail within it from a financial perspective. And intertwined with that, there are some kind of societal observations that I've made over the years in terms of our relationships with money, what the social financial norms tend to be in peer groups and within Western civilizations in general, how we control that and make sure that it doesn't exploit our time and energy to make other people money, or essentially exploit our money too much towards our current self and not enough towards our future self, such that there's no prospect of retirement at the end of it, given how we're headed as a as an ageing population. So lots of different kind of observations in there from a social perspective, but important to pass on so that she has that knowledge as she gets older as well. So as I say, none of this is a kid's book. It's all adult themes on personal finance and say my observations and commentary on social financial norms. There's a lot of technical detail, studies referenced, a lot of data within it in terms of the ideas that I have and how I go about things. And part of the book is a financial plan template that can be downloaded from my website, which is password protected and the password is within the book. And that financial plan looks like this, so kind of welcome page and then a page of actions, and these actions are all referenced at the end of each relevant chapter to allow you to build a financial plan as we pass through the book. Some audit logs to allow you to record changes you've made and why you've made them for when you look back over potentially many years. An inflation calculator, a schedule creator, a way to record your goals and prioritise your goals at any given time. A standard template for doing a budget and money map that takes into account future self as well as present self and allows you to track where you are and execute on a sliding scale so that you're always assigning enough to your future self. A real terms income tracker for you to track how your income's progressing. Some retirement planning detail, including this retirement plan or pension calculator, which allows you to change any of the detail in the yellow boxes, and it'll automatically update as you go in terms of the projections for future and where you want to be. Some detail on annuities at current prices, which you can add in here as well, and you can use this to model for different inflation scenarios, different tax scenarios, different higher income tax rates or lower income tax rates, your projected returns in a high, medium and low range, plus some estimated year-on-year returns post-retirement when you're getting protective. So it's quite a detailed calculator in terms of planning for your pension and for your retirement. There's some detail on managing your resources, some debt service detail, some detail on insurance so that you can record your insurance requirements, provision and track those on an annual basis. An area for recording your investment plan in terms of your profile type platforms you'll use, the accounts you'll use, the target allocation across the different markets, which are all explained within the book. There's some estate and tax planning detail to allow you to record what you want to do for those elements of your financial plan. And then finally a review schedule that lets you outline what it is you want to review on what basis and what time frame, so you know what it is that you're looking to do. So the detail in terms of filling it out is within the book, and the idea is that through the sections you pick up a little bit of the detail and then build that section of the plan, then move on to the next one, pick up a bit of the detail, build that section of the plan, and at the end of the book you've got a full financial plan draft that you can either take forward yourself from there or use to speak to a financial professional to try and get the details set up that you want to progress with. So as always, none of what's in the book or within the plan is financial advice. It's just passing on some knowledge and a little bit of education to allow you to make better financial decisions to help yourself and your family over time. The book's available from Amazon in both paperback and ebook format. It's on Kindle Unlimited at the moment if that's something that interests you. And the initial feedback has been very positive in terms of the content and the financial plan, and the people who have looked at it so far have given good feedback. They've liked the early detail that they've read and very positive about the financial plan template and how that could help them over their financial life. So as I say, that's a little bit of promotional material. It's something that I've put an awful lot of time into putting together. I'm proud of how it's come out, and I hope it can help as many people as possible, not just my daughter, who was the target for the idea initially. But as I say, if it's something you like the sound of, have a look on Amazon. It's called Escape the Wealth Illusion, a guide to financial liberation. And any questions or feedback, feel free to either stick them in the Amazon reviews or ping me back on any of the social media platforms that I'm around on. As always, thanks for your time, and until next time, stay safe.